Hey there, has your spouse been complaining that all you do is work, 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 and you haven't even given it much of a thought? You don't understand that you have now become a workaholic. You're one of those people who just constantly talks about work. You talk about your plans, your dreams, your aspirations. You're up and about, you're very busy, you're very active. Listen, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the problem is when you do not have time for your spouse anymore and you don't have time for your children and your loved ones are suffering, they're not feeling you that much. They don't enjoy your presence. Even when you're there, you're not there. When you're there, all you do is spend time sleeping, staying in your room away from everybody else. Or all you do is just read, you're with your spouse, you're also on the mobile phone, you're with your spouse, you're also on the laptop, you're talking about work, you're talking to work colleagues, you're talking to friends, you're not even giving much thought to your spouse. Hey, you need to watch it. Workaholism can really destroy your marriage. It can wreck your home. I know a lot of times people discuss and say, I'm working because I have to pay my bills. Of course, you've got to pay your bills. We all have to be responsible human beings, responsible citizens wherever we are in the world. But we must understand that our family life must not suffer all in the name of work. Your family life must not suffer all in the name of ministry. Some of us travel all over the world and we just have our spouse, stay at home with the children with the excuse that they understand you're doing your father's work. Absolutely beautiful that you're working for God, but God also knows that you have a family to care for. In fact, He gave you that family as a custodian of the family. You're going to give account for your family. There is time for everything. Even the Bible says it in the book of Ecclesiastes. There's time for everything in the world. So when you've come back from your ministry trip, how much time do you devote to your family? Or are you already planning another trip without giving much consideration to your spouse, with your children? Have you decided to spend time with them? In your calendar, do you have it mapped out that you're going to spend Friday night, for example, with your family and just your family alone, without mobile phones, without your associates, without colleagues, without your laptop? Have you decided you're going to spend time with them? There is time for everything. Many times people have ruined a very beautiful home all in the name of business. They are so busy, extremely busy, that now they're total stranger to their spouse, total stranger to their children. Some even have secrets. Everything is planned exclusively for them without their spouse. Their spouse is not in the know. They don't even understand where they are per time. This is actually an error that we have to watch. A lot of us are guilty of this, men and women. I'm not just talking about men here. I'm also talking about absentee mothers, wives, absentee wives, wives who do not have time for their husbands. If you've married somebody, you've decided to join yourself with a person, what you're saying is that I will make time for you. What you're saying is that I will love you. I'll be devoted to you. You cannot starve them of the precious time you should give to them, all in the name of being busy. It's going to come back and really haunt you later in life. Whoever you spend time with, you will grow in love with. I'll say that again. If you spend time with someone well enough, you will grow in love with them. Many times we complain that we're no longer in love because we're not spending time together. If you're spending time with somebody, doing nice things with them, showing them that you care, showing them that they're part of your dreams. I'm busy, but I still love you. I'm busy, but I'll still make out time for you. I'm busy, but hey, tonight is just going to be you and I. We're watching a movie tonight, just us. You tell your kids, look, you come back from school today, daddy is waiting, mommy is waiting, we're going to hang out, we're going to the park. They will be looking forward to that with you. They will enjoy your company, and your spouse and yourself will grow in love. Love is not something, I like to address. She knows that that you love her. Does she really know? Does he really know? Or you're just saying it? You can claim that you love me, but do I feel loved? It's a different ball game. You love me, but do I feel loved? Do I really feel that love that you're claiming that you have for me? We've got to be very careful. Many of us are guilty, very guilty. We are busy and guilty. We're busy and extremely guilty. We're not mapping out plans like we should for our spouse, just for our spouse alone. We have a Friday, we have a time in our family, we call it Friday, we call it family time, and it's always on Fridays. Fridays are special at home. is for my husband and children alone. Nobody else, just us in our little, space, just enjoying each other, watching a nice movie. Sometimes my husband will pick the movie we should watch. Sometimes I pick it. Sometimes the children pick it. It's just fun time for just us. We have our popcorn. We don't sleep until very late on Friday because the children always look forward to it. And even when we're dozing off after work, they come and wake us up. Dad, Mom, it's Friday night. And I've seen that over the years, it has really helped us to be involved in their lives, especially now that they're teenagers. We're spending more time with them. We're asking them questions. Sometimes we even get into their personal space. What's happening with you? Is there anything you want to talk to us about? That's our private time. It's away from work. Separate your work life from your family life. Separate your work time from your family, time. Don't bring your laptop into your family time. Stop taking your laptop into your bedroom. Hey, don't take your laptop into your bedroom. Your spouse needs your attention. They need your cuddle. They need your love. They need your affection. They need your time. They need your touch. Don't let your partner outgrow you. Never allow your spouse outgrow you. It's a dangerous place to be when your spouse now feels they don't need you anymore because you've been long gone. They don't feel your love. They've lost touch completely. There's nothing to miss, nothing exciting about you. Don't get yourself there. It starts in all these little ways of not just being careful about separating our work time from our family time. Don't muddle everything up. Your family time, your work time, everything is all together. Your spouse doesn't even know where he fits or where she fits. Everyone is lost. The children are lost. They don't even know you. It's dangerous when your children don't know your voice. They don't know what it feels like just sitting with you and just enjoying your company as daddy, enjoying your company as mommy. You've lost touch completely. Hey, we got to watch this. Workaholism can ruin your family. Have a schedule for your family, exclusively for you only, not with others. A time you separate, work from your family. A time when your family knows that, yes, this is our time. It's for us, not with others, just for us, where we can talk, where we can gist, we can catch up about our lives, we can catch up on plans, we can talk about personal problems and challenges. The reason a lot of marriages are traumatized now is because we're not making time for each other. We allow problems build and become this mountain that we cannot handle anymore because everything is modeled into work and working and working and working. Yes, you have to work, but also create time specifically for your spouse. Create time specifically for your children. Sit with your children. Drop love notes for your spouse. Hey, don't become so familiar with your spouse and careless that you cannot show them love. And many married people, unfortunately, I'm a trained counselor. We hear this over and over again. We become extremely careless because we're so familiar with our spouse. We've taken them for granted for so long that their voice don't matter no more. The voice is not something that we don't take it on board. She's complaining, there she goes again, she's nagging. But excuse me, why is she nagging? Why is she throwing tantrums? Why is he throwing tantrums? Is she calling for your attention? Is that their own way of saying that, look, I need you? When our children were much younger, I remember there were times when my daughter was between 2 and 3. I remember there were times she would just throw herself on the floor, and then one day I picked her up. I said, baby, what do you need? She said, mommy, I just want a hug. That's what she wanted. She just wanted a hug. And I said to her, next time you don't need to throw yourself on the floor. Just come to me and tell me what you need. When was the last time your spouse was able to tell you what they needed? And they knew that they could get your attention. Your spouse has been deprived of your love for so long, your hugs, there's no time for intimacy. You're so busy, and even when you're available, it's like 2 minutes I'm with you and then off you go. No meaningful touch, nothing. There's emptiness. Come on, let's separate our work life from our family time. It's so important. Give your loved ones their flowers while they're here. We hear of so many people passing away, and the question that comes to me sometimes, I'm saying to myself, what will their loved ones be feeling as they're weeping? Are they weeping because you're going and they're so in love with you and they will miss you, or they're weeping because they're pained that you were never there? Please, don't be busy and guilty. Make time for your loved ones. It's very important. Your work life is different from family time. Family time is important. Do your work, but also have time for your family. Never muddle the two together. Please do not do this. If you're guilty of it, it is time to call it quits and stop doing that. Give your family the quality time they deserve. And guess what? When your family is happy, you will be happy. You want to have a content family, a beautiful marriage, separate your work life from your family time. Extremely important. Let your spouse be thankful for you, for the kind of person you have become and who you are. Let them evolve with you. Let them understand who you are. Let them recognize your voice. Let them enjoy your company. Let them enjoy you as a person.